Good Thursday afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another video. And I've got a twofer for you guys today. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the first video right now. And it's finally going to be my long-awaited Army of Darkness movie review. So this was released in 1992, and this is basically like the black sheep of the Evil Dead franchise, and this is kind of like a separate entity for the Evil Dead, but it basically picks up where Evil Dead 2 ends, where Ash is now in medieval Europe. So at first he thinks, or the knights think, that he's like a stranger from like another realm or something, because him and his car fall from the sky, and they think he's like a demon. So they bound and torture him, and he's kind of like in a stockade, and then they like lead him into like this pit, and this pit is containing like a very massive deadite that is like an elderly woman. So whoever went down in that pit never survived. So Ash is now in this pit, and he literally gets out right in time, and one of the villagers tosses him his chainsaw, and he decapitates her, leaving her in the spikes. So that's basically how this movie starts off. And he also meets like a new love interest. Her name is Sheila, I want to say. And she's kind of like a chambermaid. So he falls in love with her. But he also goes on like a side quest to find the Necronomicon to get him back to his time. So while he's doing that, there's kind of like a parasitic form of Ash that grows on him, splitting him in two. That is definitely the zaniest part of this movie. And when he's after the Necronomicon, they pull a Last Crusade trick, where it's like 3 different books, and he has to pick out the right book. And, yeah. This movie is wild, and it definitely has a very campy aesthetic to it, just like the second one. But this one is more fantasy horror. And fantasy, to me, is middle of the road. It either works for me or it doesn't. And I did see Dungeons and Dragons earlier last month, and I rather enjoyed that. I did enjoy the Lord of the Rings trilogy quite a bit. So it's definitely a fresh take on horror to incorporate fantasy elements. And that's why I really like this movie. And it definitely has a very fun climax to it, because there's basically like this army of the dead up against Ash and his companions. And it is everything you want in an Evil Dead movie. But unfortunately, this is the movie that ended Bruce Campbell's time in The Evil Dead until Ash vs. Evil Dead came out on Starz, which had like 3 seasons. But this was definitely a fitting conclusion to that original Raimi trilogy. So, I've only seen this movie maybe once or twice in my life. Again, this is a franchise that I haven't seen that often. But I really, really enjoyed this one because it's really, really fun and very campy. And of course, very, very gory. That's what I like in Evil Dead. So, overall, give this movie a shot. I know it really doesn't go with the Evil Dead movies. Well, it does, but it's just a little out there. But overall, if you haven't seen Army of Darkness, I highly recommend it. And I'm going to go ahead and give Army of Darkness, I'm gonna go ahead and give Army of Darkness a B. So, check it out. And that's all I got to say about Army of Darkness. So, I'll see you guys in a minute for my Evil Dead 2013 review. So, yeah. I'll see you guys in a minute. Adios. Peace.